Football tickets. They're expensive, right? The price of attending matches has been going up year after year for a while now, and us Villa fans know more than most about how the success of a club on the pitch can mean fans are the first to get stung and get absolutely squeezed for every penny they've got. Which got me thinking, could I take a trip abroad for the weekend for cheaper than the price of a general admission ticket at Aston Villa? Here's the rules. We must go somewhere abroad and stay there for at least one night. We must do at least one tourist-based activity whilst we're there. And we must go out on the Saturday in this city. All for under the price of a single football ticket. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Stansted Airport. I feel with all the Villa trips like I spend most of my life in it. It's pretty routine now. I'm not going to tell you where we're going just yet, but our flight is in about an hour's time. I've been to this country before to watch Villa. I've been there before to a different city just to go on a little bit of a weekend away, but I've never been to the city that we're going to today, so I'm excited, very excited. So you're probably wondering, what actually is the budget today? Well, for Villa's upcoming game against Juventus in the Champions League, the top general admission seat, the 1888 seats, are 97 quid. So our budget today for the weekend in this mystery country, mystery city, 97 quid. Are we going to stick to it? Let's see. Bye, Simon. He's going to the back. What a man. Never been to this country before, have you? Excited?
No, first time, very excited.
Come on. Right, time to check out this hotel and see if we've got a decent deal. We're on the third floor, so we're just looking for a lift. Oh, here we go. Hey. Number 301. Okay, that's a decent size. So front door, nice little bit of artwork in it. Come in here, Simon's room in there, not bad. Nice little single bed for the man, not too bad indeed. Living area, not too bad at all. Little kitchen setup, corner window onto the street there. And then a double bed here and a nice big bedroom. Not too bad at all. What an absolutely gorgeous bathroom, by the way. Massively deep bath, don't mind that at all. Very modern, very nice, apart from the short and curly in the bath. Great value. And then the absolute bonus is this incredible balcony with an amazing view, by the way. Absolutely beautiful. All the buildings around here just look absolutely top drawer. Look at the state of it, it's beautiful. Well, when I started this channel, I didn't think there'd ever be a shot of me in the bath, but here we go. And this is the deepest bath that I've ever sat in my life. I'm gonna have to be careful not to drown in here. So you're wondering how much this actually cost us then? Between the three of us, 62 quid. So you're talking just over 20 quid each. That is unbelievable value for one night on a Saturday night, right in the centre of town. Can't argue with that. So enough teasing and beating around the bush. You want to know where we are. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Poznan, Poland. So, in terms of finances and where we're at, I've already told you about the hotel, 21 quid off the 97. And the flight's absolute bargain, 33 quid return to Poland. Absolutely loving it, which leaves us with 46 quid for the rest of today to spend on whatever we want. So we've got a couple of touristy things lined up. We need to have some meals, lunch, dinner, and of course, check out the Polish beer later as well. Let's see what we can do in Poznan. In the camera, son. Just walking down the main street in Poznan, like the shopping area, the main high street. First shop we go in, there's cats in there. It's a dedicated cat shop. Little kittens running all over the place. Absolute dream, mate. Welcome to Poznan main market square, then, where the buildings are absolutely beautiful. So class, like even down to like the individual like detailing of each building, absolutely stunning. And it's so annoying because I think the Christmas markets, as you can see by the Christmas trees, and I think they're setting various bits up, I think it starts in literally like a couple of days' time, which is so frustrating. When me and Tiff come places like this, like we love getting like little ornaments for our flat and stuff. And these little paintings of Poznan, like this main square, are absolutely beautiful. Love this. Might have to get one. Out the budget, of course. So, main square has been briefly explored. Had a little walk around the perimeter. We're definitely going to come here later for a couple of drinks. There's a few nice bars that we've spotted. But now, time for some lunch. We're not going to eat anywhere actually in the main square. We might go to somewhere like the side streets where there's nice looking bars, nice looking restaurants, and find something for not too expensive. Let's find a restaurant to have some lunch.
Might be wrong, but the square's gone really busy when we come out the restaurant, and I think there's going to be some goats come out of the clock tower at 3 o'clock.
What do you think?
Because I've seen it in another person's YouTube video before.
Oh, the doors are opening. Come on, show us your goats. That was the logo on the restaurant, wasn't it?
That's what I just said.
Oh, sorry. So that was actually quite a moment. We came out the restaurant, which we'll tell you about in a second. Tell us why 2 goats were bonking heads.
The town hall burnt down.
In the Great Fire of Poznan.
Yeah, it got rebuilt, and to celebrate it getting rebuilt, they were going to have a huge feast. And the chef was cooking up a deer. He came out for a little break from cooking, and the deer burnt to a crisp. So he went to the local farm where they keep all the livestock for the town, and stole the goats.
2 goats.
Stole 2 little white goats, but they ran away from the chef and came out of the clock up there and started butting heads. And all the town were watching, and they thought that it was so funny that they forgave the chef for stealing the goats, and now they celebrate it at 3 o'clock every Saturday.
I like
maybe.
it. That's maybe not right. But yeah, quirky. I like it. You know what? That actually makes sense now, because we just went to a nice sort of Polish restaurant to have some lunch. And next to every traditional Polish dish, they had like a logo of 2 goats bonking heads. It all makes sense. This is why you need to come to these places and learn the local traditions. Also, by the way, look at this view here. Oh, yes, please. Lovely stuff. Anyway, admin time. So that food each came to £14.50. So remaining, I was chatting rubbish earlier, we had 43 quid remaining. So now we're on £28.50. Lunch is done. Had a lovely local beer as well, which was absolutely delightful. £28.50 for dinner and drinks and going out later. Should be doable. So first touristy sort of thing that we did was go inside of that ancient Catholic church. Absolutely beautiful, by the way. Honestly, one of the most incredible buildings I've ever been in. Like, it was just so impressive. Absolutely grand in there. It's vast. That was really cool. Free to enter as well. This is what we find in every corner. We basically turn here in Poznan Old Town. Like, it's just absolutely gorgeous. The buildings are incredible. Proper nice. Here we go then, from the restaurant menu to the town hall to just sat here in the middle of a square. Goats in Poznan, absolutely everywhere, and Tiff loves it. Look at her face, loves goats. So it says here that this is actually the site of one of the most vicious battles in the Second World War. Crazy. On this site, in this park. Anyway, that is a lap of Poznan's biggest park done. It's getting cold, it's getting dark. I regret not wearing my coat. Let's get back to the hotel, get ourselves scrubbed up for a night out. Well, people, forget what I said earlier. The Christmas market is indeed on. False alarm. We've run into it by accident, but the Christmas market is on. So back in the square, sorted ourselves out in the hotel, had a shower, come back out, looking for somewhere to eat, have a few beers tonight. The budget as it stands is £28.50. Let's see how far that stretches in a night out in Poznan. Dinner was delightful, £16 and a nice little spaghetti bolognese with a couple of beers as well. Only cost us £16 all in all. So for the rest of the night, I think it's about 9 o'clock now, £12. Are we going to do it? I think a beer so far has been around, what, £3.50? So there's 3 or 4 in there-ish. If we go over, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. This is all the entertainment you need in Poznan. You don't need cathedrals or botanical gardens. You just need Simon Lyons struggling to do his zip up.
I can't look. I only had this coat yesterday, and I think the zip's already broke.
Bought the coat yesterday from JD Sports in Birmingham, and he can't do it. He's been doing that zip up, or trying to, across the whole square.
Honestly, there's something wrong with it. Like, they've manufactured it wrong or something.
You need to get that all.
That's it, Tiff. Help him out.
Oh, but still. Oh, do you know what? I can't be bothered.
Just walk with it and zips, man. Pub, come on. We've come into a cocktail bar by the looks of it. Simon and Tiff have decided to go on the Blue Lagoon, and in the process of buying a drink, has managed to get my beer, which is unfortunately a little bit flat, for free, which is just unbelievable for the video. But yeah, free Polish beer. Like I said, it's a little bit flat, no head on it, but it's free. These lot are loving the Blue Lagoons. Does it get any better? Happy Saturday. Bash. Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday. It's about 10:30. We went out last night, and in terms of how much we actually spent, I'm just looking here, and we kind of did like rounds everywhere we went. We went to like 4 or 5 different pubs. Apologies, I didn't get all of that. We were just having a good time, so apologies for that. A very good time. So all in all, I spent 15 quid, and I think that was like 4 or 5 rounds. I think it was about 4, and I think beers were between like £3 and £3.50. Everywhere you went as well, that wasn't just like out the way. That was in like the main square where you'd expect it to be a little bit more expensive. So honestly, it's just so cheap here. You can have a great night for not a lot compared to what we used to in the UK. And like, I'm just looking around here, and the place is absolutely stunning. How many people would think, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to Poznan for the weekend? But I've been to Poland before, I've been to Krakow, I've been to Warsaw, and it is beautiful. I love Poland. We might have gone over the budget, like it has gone a little bit to the wayside a little bit, that whole budget aspect of this. But I think the whole point is just saying, like, Villa tickets and football tickets are incredibly expensive for what you actually get. But I just think it's the broader point that this is context in terms of what you can get for the price of a football ticket. Anyway, like I said, we're not done yet. We've got a few things planned today before we fly home a little bit later. And this flat has been absolutely gorgeous, by the way. I'll say it again, what a view. Anyway, that's my morning waffle done. Let's get out into the city again. Last activity of the day then. For only £3, we've come to some sort of BTEC Eden project. I don't know, there's just plants and ponds and fish and stuff. I mean, there's just plants everywhere. It just feels like we're in the jungle, which is quite cool. There's loads of different rooms and stuff, so we'll have a little investigation as well. But for £3, not bad.
Really cool. It's annoying we can't read any of the signs there, so we don't know what plants we're looking at. Oh, well, that one's quite easy to know what it says, actually.
Ananas.
Ananas.
Banan. My favourite fruit, banan. We can't see any banan there. Is it not the season for banan? Don't know.
It's not the season for banana. I love banana.
Banan.
Really like the season for banana.
Banan.
I really like banana.
Yeah, we found the Villa fish, claret and blue. Absolutely loving it, those boys. Up the Villa, lads. Really enjoyed that, and for £3, you can't argue, can you? Like, that was decent. Plants galore, fish galore, really ugly fish as well, claret and blue fish. It's cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really good. I liked it.
So, highly recommend. I think it's in the top 10 on TripAdvisor. I'm really sorry I can't pronounce what the place is called, because obviously it's in Polish. Put it on screen now, but it is actually a really, really cool place. So if you ever come to Poznan, recommend. Here we are then, back from Poland, minus Simon, because he doesn't live in our flat. That was really cool, and I know we went over budget. I think the premise of the video went out the window when we'd had a drink on that Saturday night, but I've worked it out, and how much I spent personally on my own was £120. Now that includes a couple of nice extra bits like the nice picture that we mentioned and the lovely fridge magnet that's going to sit very proudly in our flat. But that trip would have been more than doable to do for that £97 minus the nice things that we bought for the flat, or drinking a lot more than maybe other people would do. But yeah, we had a great time, didn't we? In the grand scheme of things, not a lot of money.
No, loved it. So many cool things to see. Learning about the place, really cool. After we found out the, sort of the backstory, just saw the goats absolutely everywhere. Just everything was decorated with goats.
Balls, rolling pins, could not move for goats, beer glasses. But even like the activities that we did in Poznan, like went in that really cool Catholic cathedral and the botanical garden, if you like, at the end, that was £3 to go in.
Yeah, we spent ages in there. We love plants, us too. So.
Yeah, as you can see, our flat, you can't move for plants, so we loved a bit of that. But I think if you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen somebody commented, these two must be loaded. But I think this hopefully has pointed out that you can do these trips for not a shoestring budget, for a lot cheaper than people might actually think. I think that's pretty poignant when we go on these European trips with Villa. People might think that we're loaded and everyone who follows Villa across Europe is loaded, but it's not actually like that. If you want to go and stay in a 5-star apartment in Monaco, then yeah, you will have to have a lot of money. But you should see some of the places we stay. Like, it's not luxury. And we were in Poland for like the best part of 36 hours and we crammed so much in. You just got to be clever about it. And you see Villa advertising these packages to do the European games, like door to door from Birmingham Airport, and get you there in hotels and tickets for like £500 for each game. And just for a bit of context as well, we booked all of the Champions League games for less than what that cost. So it is doable. You just got to be clever. You just got to be smart. And that's what we learn, I guess, going across Europe and staying in, not very nice places, but you're out and about most of the time, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I know you've been to Poland a few times, but my first time, really recommend it. Really loved it.
Yeah, get yourselves to Poland. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. It's massively different. Leave a like on it if you have enjoyed it. Get involved in the comments. Was it what you expected? Did we spend what you expected or not? Thank you very much for watching, and you shall see us both actually on Saturday, because we're going to the Villa together for something very, very special. So we shall see you then. Have a good rest of the week, and I'll see you Saturday. Up the Villa.